Yo, what's good with you? Back in black with another Enlisted video. If you guys are new to the channel and you enjoy shooting games just like me, make sure you aim for that like button and shoot that subscribe button as well. It'll help you find better teammates and improve your skill-based matchmaking. At least I hope so. In this video, I just wanted to talk to you guys about the spoils from supply drop number 3, and I wanted to gauge how you guys feel about these events in general, as this is the third one, like I said, that we've received since the introduction of them in October last year. And honestly, I recall some time ago, either on another random blog post from them or perhaps I saw it on their roadmap from 2024, they did say they wanted to add or have new events at a higher frequency, but I'm noticing that there seems to be a bigger discrepancy between the quality and quantity for supply drops versus reinforcements received, for example. And generally speaking, I'm not complaining about having more events in the game and, for them trying to give us more reason to log in on a day-to-day basis, as that is the essence of a free-to-play live service game. But every time I go to the supply drop event tab and look at what they're, putting up as a reward, is usually something that makes me wonder, why is this even an entire event for like, what, 2 to 3 guns, 4 if you're lucky, and never enough to fill out an entire squad? So that gun that you're basically, trying to get can't really end up making a difference in the grand scheme of an overall game. Using this event's main reward as an example, the SKS is not a bad gun by any means. To give you a short and sweet review, it's basically an SVT-38 with a damage range profile that can be stretched out to 200 meters, whereas the SVT on the other hand has to be a little bit closer to get a one-shot kill. The SKS also has that cheating ass reload animation where basically you put in one 5-round stripper clip and somehow, some way that magically gives you 10 bullets, so that is also a neat little bonus, I guess. The last thing that I did want to note about this gun is that the iron sights are definitely better than the SVT as far as like a direct comparison is concerned, very similar to the AS44. And I guess overall I would give this gun an 8.5 out of 10, but if I'm being real, I'm sure you'd be hard pressed to say that this event would bring somebody back to the game who was taking an extended break, or if somebody was losing interest in the game, I doubt this event would renew their vigor to play on a day-to-day basis. And being a devil's advocate to the criticism, I do understand that the weapons are free and the challenges are easy as hell to do, but do the rewards necessarily have to be a representation of how little effort we have to put in to complete the challenges? I personally don't think so, and I feel like this event would only be great for somebody who is just now getting into the BR3 gear and they don't pay for any premium time whatsoever because they just don't believe in spending money or whatever the case may be. And for anybody that does pay for premium time, or anybody that does have any decent amount of silver, I just question, because surely anybody at that point, they would just buy 5 SVT-38s or buy some SVT-40s or whatever and call it a day. Long story short, I have mixed feelings about these supply drop events because on one hand, I appreciate the effort to add more events to the game, but I just question if more events with less stuff or less cool stuff is necessarily the way to go. We're already kind of used to having way better events from the past, considering the entire squad plus a unique weapon would be given to us, particularly concerning reinforcements received. And I'm not going to say we haven't had trash events in the past, because I do recall those other ones where we would just be like doing challenges to get emblems to put on a tank or something like that, which is also kind of garbage. But neither here nor there. I would prefer for them to at least give us 4 to 5 of whatever weapon they're offering, because to the nature of this game, the odds are, when you give your 2 SKSs to your 2 soldiers and you get on the battlefield, more than likely you're going to die before you get your fill, as far as like trying to actually utilize and experience the new weapon, which is kind of a downer in the grand scheme of things, and that could easily be mitigated by giving you one to fill out an entire squad. And if you're going to give us more events more often, I want to see you guys like putting up more maps, and preferably, as opposed to like just giving us one random quote-unquote experimental weapon. Again, when you I'm sure you guys can attest to this. When you go on Enlisted.com and you see all these blog posts talking about, oh, Battle of Manchuria, Battle of the Atlantic, I'm sure that kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth, for lack of better words. If it doesn't piss you off or it isn't annoying at the very least, allow me to explain why it should kind of grind your gears, for lack of better words. Basically, whenever they make these blog posts talking about Manchuria or Kursk or Battle of the Atlantic or what have you, the artists, they make these high quality images, but I wouldn't be surprised if these images are never passed on to the map team or map development team as far as like concepts are concerned, because every year they're talking about these historical events, and then do we get like any type of map to coincide with that, which, you know, typically would be the case with any other game, but not in this one. They just, you know, want to acknowledge the history behind the event, but not give us anything to experience said history, which is kind of annoying to me, when as opposed to just giving us 1 to 2 weapons to grind out for, they could be focusing all their development, you know, intention on like giving us new maps for these events, which I'm sure would bring back way more people as far as bringing in a bunch of new people, because again, Enlisted, what they do is they give us battlefields that we don't typically experience in any World War II game. Of course, we got the iconic stuff, but we got stuff that is typically never seen, i.e. Moscow and stuff like that. So I don't understand why they don't just like lean into that a little bit more, as opposed to doing these, I would consider it boring, honestly, events just to get 2 guns at the end of the day, which don't make a grand scheme of make a big difference in the grand scheme of things as far as an entire game is concerned. Yes, it is a nice weapon, but I don't know, it doesn't necessarily make me want to log in and play. It was just something that I was going to do anyways, and I don't think events should necessarily be structured that way. It should be something that would either make somebody want to log in, or it should be something that should bring new players to the game because they want to get that free stuff and actually have that stuff be useful, and not just 2 pistols and 2 rifles that probably won't do much at the end of the day. But I do want to know what you guys think down in the comment section. How do you feel about these supply drop events? Do you like them? Do you enjoy them? Let me know. And while you're down there, don't forget to aim for that like button, shoot that subscribe button as well. Help you find better teammates, improve your skill-based matchmaking, and yeah, hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Black Guy out.